Fair. We are now hanging out in the Grove.
Yep.
And you are about to see the first time that the Princess and Queen. Oh,
Check, check. Hello,
Whoa.
everyone.
Wow.
We are not late. You are all simply early. Thank you. And good evening, and welcome to the 2024 Muscatine County Fair. Tonight is a special night for us as our reigning 2023 Queen, Miss Kylie Langley, will be handing over her duties to the new 2024 Fair Queen. My name is Morgan Forbes. I served as your 2016 Muscatine County Fair Queen, and with me is Katie Kalupa, your 2013 Muscatine County Fair Queen. And with us, please welcome Kylie Langley, escorted by her father, Barry Langley. Yay! Each of our contestants have submitted application materials, including a resume and an essay highlighting why they want to be the 2024 Muscatine County Fair Queen to our judges. Earlier today, each contestant was interviewed by our panel of judges in an individual interview. After the individual interviews, judges observed the girls as they discussed hot topics in the news during a group interview. Tonight, during our evening competition, we will have 2 rounds of questions for the girls so you can get to know each of them a little better. Each contestant will randomly draw a question out of a bowl, then take a few minutes to elaborate on their perspective. Let's get started by meeting our judges.
Our first judge that we would like to introduce is Kaylee Scott. Kaylee recently got married to her high school sweetheart on July 7th. She was born in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and moved around a lot when she was younger due to her father being in the military. She settled in Muscatine, Iowa, when her brother and she were going into 6th grade due to her mom's family being here, and have been here ever since. Kaylee has been working at Kent Feeds as a K&G inside sales representative for almost 2 years, and her husband is a farmer. She spends a lot of her free time currently with her horses, gardening, reading, and hanging out with her husband, friends, family, and their pets. A fun fact about her is that she participated in the Muscatine County Fair Queen pageant when she was in high school.
Our next judge is Miss Lynn Chapman. Lynn, originally from DeWitt, Iowa, and her husband, Terry, also known as Bubba, make their home just outside of Tipton, where they and their family own and operate Chapman Angus Cattle Company, successfully raising, showing, and selling purebred Angus cattle across the country, including having raised, showed, then sold the Reserve Champion Bull at the National Junior Angus Show in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2020. Lynn and Bubba's family includes their son Mitch and daughter-in-law Maddie, and welcomed their first granddaughter Marley Rose in October of 2022. Their daughter Erica graduated from Iowa State University last May, and their son Kale will be a junior at Tipton High School. In addition to family life, Lynn works at Bond and Rose Lumber Company in Tipton as an inside sales associate and daily accounting clerk, as well as serving on the Cedar County Fair Board in many capacities, including being the board vice president and their events coordinator. Lynn is also a member of St. Mary Catholic Church, Tipton Federated Garden Club, Tipton FFA alumni, and is the president of the Eastern Iowa Angus Auxiliary. In any spare time, Lynn enjoys spending time in her yard and flower beds, baking and catching up with friends and family. A fun fact about Lynn is that her call sign on the radios during the county fair is glitter, and that she is an expert in fixing hot wire, as she perfected her skills 4 times in the last 2 weeks while the rest of her family was at Angus Junior Nationals. Please welcome Lynn.
Our final judge tonight is Taylor Bartholomew. Taylor was the 2023 Washington County Fair Queen and is the 2023 Iowa State Fair 3rd runner-up. She has grown up on her small family farm outside of Washington, and she is the oldest of 2 children. Taylor graduated this past fall from Washington High School, along with her getting her associate's degree from Kirkwood. In the fall, she will be attending Drake University to study pre-pharmacy and continue her athletic career on the women's rowing team. She loves anything outdoors, especially running, hiking, working with her calves, and a new love for being in her flower gardens. Let's give Taylor a round of applause for dedicating her time with us today.
Without further ado, let's meet our contestants. Addie Wegan is the 16-year-old daughter of Matt and Leanne Wegan. This fall, Addie will start her senior year at Muscatine High School, where she is an active member in Muscatine FFA, girls varsity bowling, the school newspaper, and she has participated in choir, theater, and track and field. During her senior year, Addie will serve as a Muscatine FFA reporter and as a feature section editor for the school newspaper. She will also be dual enrolled at the Muscatine Community College through the Business Academy program. After graduating the program, she hopes to transfer to Iowa State University and pursue a degree in agricultural communications. Throughout high school FFA so far, Addie has competed in nursery landscape, environmental and natural resources, ag sales, Envirothon, conduct of meetings, prepared public speaking, and extemporaneous speaking. At the fair, Addie has participated in the premier exhibitor contest, the ribbon auction, and shows lambs through FFA.
Wren Miller is the 16-year-old daughter of Chuck and Cassie Miller of Fruitland. She is sponsored by Eichelberger Law Office in Muscatine. This fall, Wren will be a senior at Muscatine High School, where she is active in FFA, French Club, and golf. Wren has competed in many competitions with her local FFA chapter, including biotech, conduct of meetings, Envirothon, and floral, where her team became state champions and went on to compete at nationals in 2023. She has also acted as a delegate for FFA districts and has had top fruit sales for 3 years running. Wren has enjoyed participating in many activities like Ag Safety Day, STEM Day, and Muscatine's FFA's annual plant sale, where she has helped choose the plant varieties, care for and nurture their growth, as well as maintain organization of the greenhouse during the sales process. During fair season for the last 3 years, Wren has shown Southdown sheep, last year winning reserve champion here at the Muscatine County Fair, and has participated in the ribbon auction every year. During high school, Wren has been taking college courses through Muscatine Community College, where she has maintained a 4.0 GPA and was on the Dean's List this year. After graduation, she plans on finishing her credits at MCC and then transferring to Iowa State, where she hopes to major in ag business and minor in horticulture. Wren's long-term goal is to then continue her education to obtain her chiropractic license and specialize in animal chiropractics.
Our next contestant is Avery Schroeder. She is an 18-year-old and is a recent graduate of Muscatine High School. She is the daughter of Jamie and Mary Schroeder and is sponsored by Schroeder Auctions. During high school, Avery was involved in volleyball, basketball, track, softball, National Honor Society, MHS morning announcements, along with her participation in FFA and 4-H. She served as the Muscatine FFA chapter president her senior year and has been the Sweetland 4-H club president the past 3 years. She has competed in numerous FFA contests and participated in static projects and shown livestock throughout 4-H. Avery plans to attend Iowa State University this fall to major in agriculture business.
Kaylin Hewitt is the 17-year-old daughter of Becky and Jeff Hewitt. She is sponsored by her godmother, Ginny Smith. Kaylin is going to be a senior at Muscatine High School this coming school year. At MHS, Kaylin is involved in marching band, show choir, curricular band, curricular choir, FFA, National Honor Society, Tri-M Music Honor Society, Student Council, Girls Bowling, and peer mentoring. She has also previously been a part of the volleyball and track teams and was a member of the first official girls wrestling team at Muscatine High School. She has also played City League softball since she was 4. Kaylin is going to be a band section leader for her second year, and she was previously the junior class vice president. Kaylin attends St. Mary and Matthias Church in Muscatine. There, she has been an altar server for 7 years. She has shown goats at the county fair for 3 years, as well as starting photography this year. Kaylin has participated in the ribbon auction each year. Throughout her time in high school, she has been granted several awards. Some include Music Letter Awards, Academic Letters, and Most Active Freshman in FFA, and Service Stars from the MHS Choral Department. After graduation, Kaylin plans on attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where she will major in fisheries and wildlife with a specialty in zoo animal care. After graduating from UNL, she plans to transfer to University in Florida to get her master's in marine biology.
We will now move into our first round of questions. Addie, will you please join me at the podium?
Wow, you ain't gonna have much time to talk the way it sounds.
In your opinion, what is the biggest strength of social media and what is the biggest flaw?
Thank you so much for that question. So as social media becomes more and more mainstream, it's something that everyone's going to have to learn how to deal with. I personally have a lot of social media. I know with older generations it's getting harder and harder to accept, but all we know is social media is the future. So definitely a pro with social media is going to be outreach. You can talk to someone anywhere. It doesn't even have to be in the country. It could be anyone. If you have a shared interest, you can talk about your interest. And I know that's so helpful for so many people to find someone just like them, even if they're not right in front of them. There's direct messaging, and I think just support and outreach. We use social media in my local FFA chapter to tell people what's happening. I know we even advertised this queen contest tonight, and I know a lot of people might have came from that. We advertise contests, and we have support from our community seeing on social media. So I think definitely a pro would be just outreach and getting to talk to new people. A con, with anything new, there's always going to be cons. Definitely a con about social media is there's no truth checker. You're not going to know if anything you see is going to be true, which that comes with anything. You could be talking to someone and have no idea if they're lying. I'm sure there'll be a few clues in person, but you're not going to know online. But the thing is, talking with different people is beneficial as it can be, and sometimes you might run into someone who's pretending not to be who they are. But I think we're just going to have to deal with that as social media becomes more and more mainstream, and just talk to new people and create new groups and communities that I think will benefit our future. Thank you.
Thank you. Avery. What tradition at the Muscatine County Fair sticks out to you the most?
I would have to say probably just like livestock showing as like a whole. There are a lot of people that I know who are showing goats and sheep and pigs, cows, pretty much anything that there is. It's a very large part of the fair, I feel. Even though most people don't always think about it, and they more think about the fair food or the rides or any of the other buildings that have some of the things that people from our community make. I think the livestock areas are a huge thing at our fair, and that it's a very good place to introduce people to and just keep growing.
Thank you. In what capacity have you been involved in the Muscatine County Fair?
Hello. So the capacity that I've been involved with so far, in 4th grade, I actually was involved in my 4-H project, and I got to show my first sheep at the county fair. And I've continued to be involved in both 4-H, and then once I reached high school, I was also able to join the FFA chapter. I think that it is important to know that you have help along the way, because those people have helped me grow from the small 4-H'er showing just the little sheep to now be competing at the Queen contest. Thank you.
Thank you. What is the best piece of advice your parents have ever given you?
So the best piece of advice that my parents have ever given is just to stay true to myself and not let other people influence my like my personality, and just don't hide who I am, don't put up a front, just keep myself, keep me.
Thank you. Now we will move on to round 2.
Come on up. All right. What is your favorite memory of the Muscatine County Fair?
Thank you. So the Muscatine County Fair, it's been in my life as long as I can remember, but once I got into high school, my memory and kind of my image of the fair changed. When I was little, I used to come to the fair to get rides. I'd eat a funnel cake. I'd go on so many rides, I'd come home puking, and I'd be like, that was the best day of my life. That's definitely not my image of the fair anymore. As I got into high school, I found my footing in FFA, and I learned how to be a strong agricultural woman. So once I learned that, as I joined the fair, my first ever FFA project was my show lamb. So I had this little Southdown lamb named Maple Syrup, and I took her to the fair. I had only taken her to one jackpot, and I was still kind of getting my feet wet. This lamb was quite stubborn. It was kind of scary. But as I got there and I got in the show ring, I saw the faces of my parents light up. And they were like, this is kind of your I made it moment. And I mean, in high school, you're only going to have so many of those. But when you walk in the show ring with that lamb, I remember when I got out, I had a lady come up to me, and she's like, is there any way my daughter could show your lamb for the Pee Wee show? And did I know what a Pee Wee show was? No, I didn't. But I said, sure. And I got Maple Syrup out. I'm sure she was a little stressed by this point. She went in the ring with this little girl. The Maple Syrup, she was great in the ring. And just seeing that little girl answer the questions, being so happy, just being ever able to show that lamb, that is a memory I think I'll remember forever. And I'm so glad I get to associate it with the Muscatine County Fair.
Thank you. Ren? All right. If someone came to our fair for the very first time, where would you take them, and why would you take them there?
If someone came to our fair for the first time, I would definitely bring them to the floral hall. My reasoning behind this is I was on the state-winning floral team last year, and we got to go to nationals. We did okay there, but because of that, I love looking at all the arrangements and varieties of flowers and getting to learn more that maybe I didn't already know within the floral building. And it's always a great place to find AC if it's super hot out.
Amen to that. All right, Avery. Avery, your question is, what will you do as Fair Queen to help promote the Muscatine County Fair?
Thank you. So as Fair Queen, I think it is important to know that the technology has been a larger increase since the past few years. So I definitely try to talk with the people that are working with our camera systems and get in, yeah, they're waving over there, get into the Facebook pages, the Instagram pages, the TikTok pages, because our generation has started to increase the use in these areas to promote things like the Muscatine County Fair. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do too.
All right, Kaylin. Kaylin, your question is, what is something that you have learned or a skill that you have developed throughout this competition?
I have definitely learned to become more of a speaker and just kind of found my voice a little bit. I'm kind of the shy kind. Until you get to know me, then I just won't shut up. But getting to talk in front of crowds is honestly, this has helped so much.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. We have Steve Alt, our Fair Board president, and he would like to come up and say a few words while the judges are finishing tallying up their scores. Welcome, Steve.
Hello, everybody. I stated I'm Steve Alt. I'm the Muscatine County president this year and next year. Public speaking is not one of my favorites, so hopefully the judges aren't judging me here. And also, I'm in work detail. All of us here in the Fair Board, we do a lot of volunteer hours here, so various roles that we have. Mine mainly is in the south end of the fairgrounds. It's kind of where I've spent the last 24 years being on the board is down there. One thing that I will have to say is down there and even up here, the kids that are involved in all in the horse arenas, in the cattle, the hogs, the goats, here at Fair Queen stuff, this is our future. I mean, look at our fair manager. That she came through the same area right here in the south end and here. So all these girls here, all the kids here on the grounds, that's our future, and that's the future of our fair stuff. So, but I do have one question for you girls. When was the fair? When did it start? What year? Since we're asking questions for them. Any idea? 1832? 1852. I also thought this is the first time I've been up here and really took part or seen this here. I thought the questions were really good. Some of them, when you guys were asked the questions, it was the same way for me. I was reflecting back to, my time when I was your age, but a few years ago. We all have memories here. So I'll keep this short and sweet. Hopefully the judges are done. I don't have to do much more filling. Keep talking.
Steve.
Oh boy.
Steve Alt, keep talking, buddy.
One thing we're embarking on this year, we're building a new event center. It's going to go up here on the northwest corner up here. It's right now we're on a fundraiser of about $2 million fundraiser. We're going through the process right now. We're hoping by this time next year to have broke ground on it. Stuff that we've learned is we need to kind of be, for this fairgrounds to continue on since 1852 and continue on into the future, we need to have more venue for money, more ways of bringing money in. It's more than just going to be a 5-day event here. For 5 days for the fair, we need to have other incomes to keep our fairgrounds viable. So I think Tim is doing some stuff here on the grounds too. We have a booth here if you're interested in more of that stuff. But I'm more than happy to hand the microphone over. But anyway, thank you very much. I'm down in Heritage Hall. Feel free to come down. I ask any questions and stuff on all the stuff. That's what all of us are here for. If you got any sort of questions or whatever, you got any sort of comments, hit us up on the Fair Board members and stuff, and we'll take that forward. We're here to represent you guys. This is our fair, everybody's fair. So thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate the work you've done. Next, we will have Tim Nichols continuing to talk about fair updates and the new building that will be hopefully going in.
Thank you. Welcome, fellow fairgoers. Isn't this fantastic, the weather we have today and the weather we're going to have? throughout the week. Yeah, it's such a nice welcome to have good weather. We get that once every 10 years in July. So hope the crowds come out and support our fair. As Steve said, me as the Buildings and Grounds Committee member, we've been working for about 10 years to update different buildings around the fairgrounds. We started with the Swine Pavilion 10 years ago and worked our way through the buildings, the Ryan Building, the Arts Building, on and on. So the reason that we are working on this event center is our 4-H building right up here, our activity center. It just is showing signs of age, and to refurbish that, it isn't necessarily monetarily advantageous to do so. If we were to, we'd probably spend more money than the building might be worth. So throughout an entire study that we've done, we decided to go ahead and replace that building kind of to the northwest of the existing arts building or the existing activity center. So we've come a long way. We've been talking about this for 2, 3, 4 years now. The progress we've made in the last year has been phenomenal. We now have a set of plans. We have an architect involved. We are seeking bids for the construction of the building. So that's kind of where we are right now. And as Steve mentioned, we've got a setup on our donor plaza behind the amphitheater. On that little grain bin gazebo, we have some signage. Please, as you're considering support, talk to me, talk to Steve, call the fair office. Visit that grain bin gazebo with the signage. It has some pictures, some artist renderings of what that might look like. We could be next year, if everything works out, donations come in, we could be mid-construction come next year. So invite you to, and thank you for coming out, and I'll turn it back to.
Thank you, Tim. While our judges are finishing deliberating their scores, we'd like to take a moment to introduce our auditor for this evening, as she's tallying up the scores so diligently. Kayla Stump is a longtime resident of West Liberty. She lives here with her husband, Riley, and their dogs, Jax and Kip. Kayla is a lifelong resident, and she's held various roles within the community, including the former president of the West Liberty Chamber of Commerce, to which she's still actively involved. Kayla also works at Liberty Dance Center, where she choreographs and teaches dance classes, and she loves to participate in community events, and she always enjoys shopping locally as well. Let's give Kayla applause and a warm welcome.
We would like to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at what our contestants have been doing this year. Queen contestants tonight have met throughout the summer. At our meetings, the girls have had the opportunity to get to know one another, learn from each other, and serve others, all while having fun. The girls completed a couple of service projects on the grounds this summer, including sprucing up the Grove area and helping with 4-H booth judging. At one meeting, they discussed their car signs for the parade this last week. And finally, we had time for the girls to review possible interview questions and learn interview skills. Through this experience, the girls have built unique friendships that may not have otherwise been possible. We are so proud of each and every one of the contestants' hard work and dedication to the Muscatine County Fair.
All right, our 2023 Fair Queen is Miss Kylie Langley, and she would like to say a few words as she ends her reign as queen. Kylie is the 19-year-old daughter of Barry and Melanie Langley from Wilton. Kylie and her twin sister Carly are graduates of Wilton High School. Carly participated in women's wrestling, volleyball, track, basketball, softball, 4-H, 4-H County Council, FFA, women's choir, and theater during her high school years. She has been successful in many agriculture-related evening events, including numerous livestock judging awards, livestock skill-a-thon winner, soil judging, state FFA competitions, including 4th place ag issues in 2022, 3rd place in ag sales in 2023. Kylie enjoys showing sheep throughout Iowa, and she's won many showmanship awards. She is the 2022 FFA Grand Champion Carcass Lamb and the 2022 Exarban Club Lamb Challenge Live Show Champion. That is a mouthful. Holy smokes. And she attended North American International Livestock Exhibition in Louisville, Tennessee. Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky. Shoot. Meredith, you got to update your script here. Louisville, Kentucky. All right. This fall, she will graduate from Ellsworth Community College in the pre-vet program. She plans to transfer to Iowa State University and pursue a doctoral of veterinary medicine. Please join me in welcoming your 2023 Muscatine County Fair Queen, Miss Kylie Langley.
Hello and goodbye. It's the start and end to everything in life. And today I'll be giving my final goodbye as your 2023 Muscatine County Fair Queen. Hello everybody, and if you don't know me already, my name is Kylie Langley, and I was graced with the honor of being your 2023 Muscatine County Fair Queen. And I'm here to report on what a fantastic year that I had. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I'm so grateful that I have been able to experience this opportunity. I would like to thank everyone who made this possible. Thank you to my mom and my dad for always pushing me and encouraging me to be the best that I can be. Thank you to the Muscatine County Fair Board and Queen Contest Superintendents for organizing such an amazing and fun-filled fair week. Thank you to Kelsey Myers for scheduling a photo shoot and always being a phone call away whenever I had questions or I needed to be somewhere. And thank you to Meredith Schnaz and everybody who was behind the scenes at the Fair Queen contest to make this possible. I am grateful to the volunteers and everybody's efforts behind the scenes who worked tirelessly to make such a successful event. And I have the best wishes to this year's contestants. I know each one of you will succeed. And I want to thank you all for coming out of your comfort zone and competing in this wonderful contest. Looking back on this year, I am so grateful for all the memories and opportunities that I was given. A year ago, if you would have told me on the day of the interviews that I would have been crowned your 2023 Muscatine County Fair Queen, I would have told you were crazy. I was surrounded by such amazing young women that I did not know that there was a way that I would be able to stand out in front of all of them. But I'm so grateful that I was given that opportunity to represent Muscatine County by helping with livestock shows and handing out awards and even telling jokes in the box at grandstand events. Even though I wasn't able to win the donkey races last year at the Muscatine County Fair, I can still tell you all that I had a very good time. And I don't even have enough time to mention all of the wonderful memories made and the people that I have had a privilege to meet with my reign. Besides the awesome people that I met every day at the county fair, I also made amazing friends through the State Fair Queen competition. And I continue to keep in contact with many of them. Everyone there made the contest so special. I was surrounded by 103 amazing girls who welcomed me with open arms. It was so fun to participate in all of the workshops and makeup and hairstylings and facials that they offered there. And when the coronation night came, it was so bittersweet. I was sad to leave all my friends behind who came from all around the state of Iowa, but I was so excited to see who the next state fair queen would be. When my name was called as runner-up, I was shocked that I stood out in such an amazing group of young women. And to Rayleigh, our Muscatine County Fair princess, I want to thank you. I'm honored to say that I shared this reign with you. You are such a sweet girl, and you have such a caring heart, and I know that that shines through to everyone who meets you. I can't wait to see you grow up, and I hope to see you one day crossing this stage as the Muscatine County Fair Queen. Thank you for making this year so special. To the next Muscatine County Fair Queen, please enjoy your time. It'll go fast. I want you to stop and talk to people and meet new people, and encourage the youth of Muscatine County that they can do whatever they want as long as they put their minds to it. Have fun at the state fair, and no matter how it turns out, don't forget that you'll always be the 2024 Muscatine County Fair Queen. Thank you to all of you for running this year, and I'm so proud of all of you. In closing, I would like to thank you, Muscatine County, for believing in me and choosing me as your 2023 Muscatine County Fair Queen. I will forever cherish your smiles and your encouragement throughout my year as the 2023 Muscatine County Fair. Goodbye, Muscatine County, and thank you for this amazing year, and I cannot wait to see what the next queen will do. Thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, so in the past 10 plus years, we've never had to use this question, but we will be doing a tiebreaker, and in the event of a tie, all of you will answer this same question, and that will determine the tiebreaker. So we'll go in the same order that we did for questions. So, Addie, please join me. And the question is, who do you consider to be your role model and why?
Oh my goodness, there's so many to choose from. Role models are someone you see and you're like, I want to be just like them, or you take something from them. I don't think I can choose. 3 come to mind. First things first, gonna have to be my mom. My mom, she has stuck out to me my whole life. She's actually a home care nurse, and through nursing, she has learned to be that person who anyone can talk to. She's actually, I think, a lead or like a boss at her company, so she's the definition of a girl boss, and I look up to her so much. Second, we're gonna have to go with Dave Tomatich. Dave Tomatich has taught me every agricultural thing I ever need to know. Walking into my first ever agricultural 1 class, I took this class, to be so honest, I thought baby animals were so cute. That's why I took this class, because I heard you could go see them. But when I walked in, I remember a few weeks in, he came up to me, he's like, Addie, you have something special in you. And I was a little taken back. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you've got something in you, and I don't want you to throw that away. So I remember my first ever FFA contest, conduct of meetings. Walking out of that contest, he's like, I knew you had something. And even though the contest didn't go the way we thought, the bond I've had with him throughout high school so far has just been unbreakable. My most recent contest with him was nursery landscape, and just the support he's showed me has just been incredible. Just Dave Tomatich, heck of a guy, and just looking up to him, having that leadership has meant so much to me. Third one, I haven't known her for that long, but definitely gonna have to be Callie Fix. She, like I said earlier, her daughter was that little girl in the show ring with maple syrup. She actually helped me. She's one of the people who convinced me to do this, and I'm so glad I'm up on this stage right now, so I have to thank you so much. Her getting me out of my comfort zone to do this pageant contest has meant so much to me, and just her being there for me with her daughter has just been so meaningful. So I know I couldn't pick one, and I'm probably, those 3 people in my life have been so influential, and I don't think I'd be up at this stage or even at the fair without them today. So I just have to thank them.
Thank you. All right. Same do you consider to be your role model and why?
I would have to say my role model is my little sister Catalina. The reasoning is she is a very strong and independent kid. She loves doing all sorts of things. She does all sorts of sports, soccer and football and baseball, everything you can think of. She is super confident in herself, and it keeps growing every day. She loves to learn new math questions all the time, just always asking me questions as I am older and I have went through more learning than her. And she knows where her path's going, and she's really excited to continue getting there, and that makes me look up to her even more.
Thank you. Same question. Who do you consider to be your role model and why?
I consider my role model to be Ella Schroeder, who is my older sister. She is 13 months older than me, and she has always led me in my whole entire life. Not only is she a great person, but she treats everyone else with a lot of respect, and I strive to be just like her one day. Thank you.
Thank you. Lastly, same question. Who do you consider to be your role model and why?
So, of course, my mom is one of my biggest role models. As the oldest kid, I've spent so much of my time with her. She hangs out with me more than anybody else. But if I had to pick one person that was not her, I would pick Kathy Degner. Miss Kathy is one of the teachers at the high school. But before she was a teacher, she's done so much. She's done interior design, realting. And she's just one of the strongest people that I know, and she always has a smile on her face no matter what is going on. Like, you could have told her that the building was on fire, and she'd be like, "It's okay. Everybody got outside." Like, she's just always so positive, and has been really helpful to me since I started high school.
Thank you. All right. While the judges make their final decisions, we would like to thank a few integral components of the fair. Thank you to all our fair board members. Your support, open ears, and lending hands do not go unnoticed. This fair would truly not be what it is without each and every one of you. If you are a fair board member, please stand and wave. We would like to thank you. We want to also give a warm thank you to Kelsey Myers, our fair manager. Kelsey has gone above and beyond to make sure we have everything we need, from getting us the correct building keys and setting up service projects to answering a zillion questions. She keeps this ship running, people. The contestants tonight would like to include a tremendous thank you to our Fair Queen coordinator and superintendent, Meredith Shantz. Anyone who knows Meredith knows how passionate she is about this competition, even serving as queen in 2014. Although she prefers to stay behind the scenes, we have to take a moment to recognize all of her work in making sure this competition is memorable for each of our competitors and a special experience for our queen each year. Judges, I think we're ready. Okay. Yes. So, as a reminder, contestants, please remain on stage after crowning for pictures. Contestant, please stand at this time. Join hands as we crown our winners for tonight. First, we will start off with our 2024 Miss Congeniality. Our 2024 Miss Congeniality is Avery Schroeder. Our 2024 first runner-up will be Kaylin Hewitt. And finally, join me in congratulating your 2024 Miss Muscatine County Fair Queen, Avery Schroeder. Thank you, everyone, and have fun at the fair.
Well, folks, there it is. You have your new 2024 Muscatine County Fair Queen, Avery Schroeder. Toby, I got a feeling that you like this decision.
I talked her into doing it, too. I had a part in it. I told her, I said, you can't play ball. You can't, do some of the things that you really enjoy. I said, why don't you be Fair Queen? And she was like, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. So it kind of, it's kind of a good thing for her to go out like this, not being able to play ball and
yeah, a little background for the fair folks. Obviously, Avery played a lot of sports
Yep.
at Muscatine. And so, with Toby and I and the Discover Muscatine team broadcasting a lot, we've gotten to spend a lot of time with the
Yes.
Schroeder family.
Yes.
And so that's kind of where some of that background comes
Mad
from.
respect for the family. I mean, all the girls up there, they did a great job. And Avery's type of kid that isn't afraid to talk to anybody. You know.
I mean, she talks to you.
Yeah, she talks to me, so that's another thing. That's a big thing. But you know, it's. I thought she'd be perfect for something like this. Reminds me a lot of my daughter Haley, and when Haley did it, you definitely out of her comfort zone a little bit. But she did great up there. That last question pretty much sealed the deal, I think. You know,
Yeah.
talking about her sister and
she's right. Ella is every bit as much of a champ as Avery
right,
is.
exactly. And it's really cool that that she did. You know, I mean and like I said, that pretty much sealed the deal the way she handled that last question. I've been going to Fair Queen contests. My sister was a Fair Queen a long time ago. And of course Haley followed along, and I've been going. I've never seen a tie. You know, and
I figured they just did that because this was the very first Queen contest broadcast.
Possibly.
So I assume they
Yeah.
were trying to create some extra excitement. Like I seriously, when I wish we could have had some crowd shots on the faces, because when they said there was a tie, we were down for this.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the young Miss Hewitt did a tremendous job as well.
Mhm.
I've known her mother and her for a while, and you know she's bounced all over. I shouldn't say bounced all over, but she does a lot of stuff at the school.
Right.
The whole family does. And when she says her mom's her role model, she really means it. And so I think that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
And then Addie did a great job too. Like I got to see her through some Muskie Minute stuff and some other stuff. And she, again, tremendous job.
Mhm.
The only one up on the stage that I really didn't know was the second young lady.
Yeah.
But again, it's great to see all of them. They all did a great job.
Yes,
I mean,
they did.
They all presented themselves very,
Very well.
They all were articulate. They
Mhm.
all were everything that you would want a young woman to be.
Right.
Or a young man, for that matter.
Right.
I mean, they're just all great kids. They're
Yep.
all doing nice things.
Yep.
They're all doing positive community things.
Right.
They're all being active. And the best thing, you know, you got to remember, these kids went through COVID
Right.
in, you know, their beginning of high school years.
Right.
And so their world's completely different.
Right.
And they've all done a tremendous job going through it.
Right.
But then you just see them doing things like this, and you see what that built in them.
Right, and it just builds so much, and Avery's going to have a blast. She'll fit in just perfect up there in Des Moines, and like the former queen had said that you know it's not where you stand up there. Just go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You get to be part of Parliament up there in Des Moines. You know, it's a very fun thing, and she'll meet a ton of new people and click really well with them, and it'll be a good time for her.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy for her.
Well, I think, you know, for us, that wraps up
Yes.
day one of the
Day
fair.
one at the fair.
Day one of the fair. We had the Dairy Goat show. We had the Kitty Tractor Pull, which
Pull.
obviously we weren't able to do.
Right.
There's been tremendous food. Then we had the Beef Goat show.
Right.
We swung down here. Just in a little bit, we're going to have Monica Austin over at the Midway Pavilion at the Beer Gardens. For those of you that like to bring friends out to drink, also, just so you know, there's a special deal for a large purchase, just so you know. Can't really disclose it because, you
Right.
know, it's
You
against-
get in a little bit of trouble there.
well, yeah, on the Facebook platforms and stuff. But just know that they're going to take care of you.
Yep.
And the carnival ride, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. We've got the
Pig shows tomorrow.
pig shows tomorrow. I keep thinking all day today, I thought it was Thursday. With Friday, and I'm like, whoa, no, we got a whole nother day in there that
Yep.
I missed.
Yep.
But going through the grandstand tomorrow night, you've got the donkey races,
Yep.
which we're going to broadcast, folks. It's ridiculous amount of fun.
Yes, it's great humor.
Then Friday night, we'll have the ECIPA tractor pull. Saturday night
This is a concert.
is the concert. And then you can still get track passes for that.
Yep.
It'll be a blast. You can get right up front. It's the place to be, I'll tell you that. And then Sunday, and of course, all through that, tomorrow, there's a bunch of the hobby contests and all that other stuff.
Right.
Can't forget all that stuff. Then Saturday is also the horse show.
Horse show.
Horse and Pony Show. And then Sunday.
Yeah, that's the day.
Is Demo Derby
And trailer races. Yeah, that's the big day for tonight. Will have a really big crowd up there for the races, considering this is
it's the first time in a while.
First time in a while. It's what this track grew up. What made the fair was the track. Back in the day, it used to be a horse race facility with the carriage-drawn horse race. That's what it was. That's why the corners are so wide and
that makes sense. I never knew
yeah,
that.
yep. You used to race the carriage race horses there, and that's and they will bring those back. I think there's a race in August, I believe. I have to check with Kelsey on that. Maybe I'll have that for tomorrow. But they did bring them back last year. I came to them. They were amazing. Surprisingly, how entertaining they were. I mean, I grew up on that racetrack, and
I thought you lived in a house.
Well, I spent.
I knew it was like a farm.
Yeah, it was like a barn, but definitely. But yeah. So. And
folks, if this is the first time you've listened to Toby and I on the
air,
well,
this is how we are.
This is just normal. Get used to it, folks.
Yep. But it's what we do. I mean, we have fun with it.
We do. Hopefully, it sounds like two guys sitting on the couch with you at home having some fun. So
yep.
With that, I think we're going to call it a day.
Yep.
For Muscatine County Fair 2024.
2024. There we go.
Day one. In the books, a blast.
Yep.
Come out tomorrow. The weather's been gorgeous. Everybody's got
supposed to be that way all week.
It is. Take advantage of it, folks.
Yep.
And say hi to Mr. Hewitt right there.
Yep.
As we pan across and send you home for the night.
Thank you.